What's up, Decent Garage crew? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to introduce you to another new project. This is a 1967 Dodge Sweepline D200 that I am building for my wife. So let's jump in. So here's my wife Sarah. This is going to be her truck. What are your thoughts? First look.
It looks pretty good. It's a little scary inside, but I'm really excited about it because I've always wanted to fix up an old truck. So
she's always said she's a cowgirl at heart and wants an old truck to drive. So, all right, shall we dig in?
Yep.
Okay. Cleaning out the interior was quite the task, but it felt like a little treasure hunt at the same time.
Oh, you can always use another good flashlight, right? Oh, more knobs and gauges and things. Oil seals, bearings. Ooh, do you want to put this sticker on your toolbox?
Oh yeah.
Wait, is that a cool old matchbox?
Yeah, let's throw the rest of that away.
Sure.
Yes. Actually, I'll keep the matchbox.
That's kind of cool, I think. Also fuses.
I've got tons.
But do you have these ones?
Are they the...
They're the very old,
Yeah, I guess keep those.
school-looking ones.
Alright guys, so we lost light last night and we didn't get to work on it till later today, so we pushed it into the garage with the help of Lieutenant Dan. So what are your thoughts so far?
Okay, so it was very scary looking inside yesterday before we started. I wish that I had taken better pictures of it before we started, but it's crazy how far it already has come. Like, these seats look way better than I thought that they were underneath all of that grime, and we got like most of the foam off, so just have a lot of gunk to clean off now. But yeah, I feel like it all kind of stripped down pretty good. And I don't know. I think that if I had seen this myself, or I don't know, it seems like it's like a very overwhelming project to take on, just with like what a disaster it was. And I probably wouldn't have as much faith in it turning out nice if I hadn't already seen the disasters that you have restored and made nice. Like when we look at Long Bed Larry when you first brought it home, and even just the body of the OG crew cab when you brought that home when we were in Alaska. Oh my gosh. I was like, our kids cannot get inside of this thing. And so yeah, I believe that it's going to be really nice now. Like, I have faith in your abilities, and I'm really excited for my beautiful truck.
So what we're going to do now, there's still a lot of like adhesive residue where all that felt stuff was glued down. So Sarah's going to remain focusing on the interior, trying to get that residue stuff off with some Goo Gone. Hopefully that works. And I'm going to come up here under the hood and see if I can't get it started. Now, I am not good with gasoline engines, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I know they need fuel, air, and spark. So we'll start there, see what we can do.
Another thing that I just experienced today too, like speaking of not knowing anything, he said that you don't know anything about gas engines or don't know a lot. I don't know anything. I mean, I know suck, squeeze, bang, blow from high school shop, but other than that, I don't know anything that I see in here. But it was so exciting today to just be Googling like the truck and the year and like, what is this pulley on my bottom left? I don't know what this does, but I'm just going to search all over Google and get some ideas. And I just thought of how many people face projects like this just really being rookies and like not knowing anything, but you can totally do it with the help of YouTube videos and Google, and it's very fun and exciting.
The interior of this truck was nasty. The previous owner had glued felt all over the bare metal on the floor, the cab, the dash, even the steering column. Watch how well Sarah does at getting this residue off. Kind of vacuumed in here because this is a Nevada truck. It was full of dust in here. Now it still has a ways to go, but I didn't want the carburetor sucking in a bunch of dust. Let's see here. Got a battery from the OG crew cab. Okay, do you want to turn the key and we'll see if it turns over?
Yeah. Nothing. Did you put a battery in?
Yeah. All right, so it didn't turn over, so I'm wondering if the ignition wire or the starter wire has come undone. This battery might be dead, so I'm going to try something else. We got our jump pack. Well, we're not getting the starter to kick on, so I'm going to trace all the wiring real quick and see what's the dealio. I haven't figured out the wiring yet, but I tried jumping the starter, and that is turning the starter over. So we're going to give it a little starting fluid. Okay, so the starter turns over, the motor turns over, so it's not seized up, but electrical. I hate electrical. But I think we can figure this out. This is pretty simple. Okay, so the old fella had this manual for the trucks, but he had pulled out the diagram, but I was able to actually kind of brush it off and read it. Here's all the ignition stuff, and I got it fixed. It wasn't a huge issue. It was just that, I traced all the wires down to the starter relay, back to the ignition, and this bulkhead, if you can call it that, was not pushed in all the way. So I pushed it in, hit the key, and it turns over. Doesn't turn over very strong, but it turns over. Oh, it was close. I don't know what that means, but sounded good. Okay, so we have ignition, which means we have spark, we have air. It seems to just fire off the starter fluid, which means we don't have fuel, and I've smelled the fuel in the tanks. It doesn't smell very bad, but I'm going to take the lines off of here and just see if we're getting fuel up here. I may actually hook it to a gas can so I know it's fresh fuel. We'll see. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so different day. I'm back out here trying to get this fired up again. So I pulled the line that comes from the fuel tank off and I put it onto a fuel can that has known good fuel in it. Known good, not no good. So we're going to see that. Will tell us if the lift pump is pulling fuel or not. Charged up our batteries. Whew, little hurdles. We overcame them. Let's see if this fires up now. Alright, so it fired on starter fluid again. I got my wife out here. She's going to crank so I can be the starter fluid guy. And hopefully we can get it running long enough that it pulls fuel up. So, alright, whenever you're ready. Wait, oop.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, that was me, oops. Alright, try it again. Yeah, it's getting there. I think we need a fuel pump because it's not getting fuel even to right here. I'm gonna have you try it again. All right, so let me tell you where we're at with getting this thing started. You saw we've got it cranked over. It'll fire up on starter fluid, but that's it. And I pulled the fuel hose off of this inline fuel filter, and the fuel pump is not pumping any fuel up to here. That's from the tank, and then I also put a gas can down here, and it won't pump that fuel up either. So that leads me to believe that the fuel pump is bad. So I went and bought one fairly cheap. We're going to try replacing that, and hopefully that fixes the issue. So here's our new fuel pump, 20 bucks at O'Reilly's. If you haven't seen one of these, how they work, it's got this big, huge finger that sticks out, and it mounts into the block like that, and the cam has a lobe to hit this finger. So every time that lobe hits the finger, it basically pushes it down, and that's what creates this pumping action to pump fuel. So pretty cool design, pretty old design, but works really well. So let's get the old one out and put this one in. All right, we got the old one out. Unfortunately, Sarah's not here right now. She had to take the kids somewhere, but I will teach her this later, and I will teach you guys right now. When you're changing a part like this, grab the old one, grab the new one, hold them up to each other, and see, do they look relatively the same? Because you don't want to pull the old one out and then try and get the new one in, and it just doesn't work. Compare, make sure you don't have to run back to the parts store. This has a different bend in it, but you can see the angle of that finger's the same, so I think we're good to go. All right, new fuel pump. We got the battery in. Sarah's gonna crank it. Comment below, let me know, do you think this is going to fire? I have no idea. Where's the starter fluid? Go ahead. Hold on, gotta get the battery pack. Okay, we're getting fuel. Yes. All right, go ahead, try again. We did it! It's running good too. Give it a little gas. Woo. Try it again. That's sweet.
Okay, are we going for a drive around the block now? You got it running?
I still haven't gotten the transmission to unlock. Probably no drive around the block yet.
Oh,
so
okay, I can wait.
But we made a ton of progress and we got it running.
I know, I'm so excited. It's gonna be great to like cruise around, run my errands, take the kids to school and everything. And
you're gonna be a cool mom.
I know, right? Okay, so that's what I was wondering too. Because you know we have the Jeep, but I can't drive like to Orem in the Jeep. And so I guess that's what I'm kind of wondering with my truck is it like the Jeep that we're restoring, or can I actually like drive it? Can I take it like to Orem?
It'll probably go faster than the Jeep, but I don't know that I'd feel safe going over like 60, 65. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Can we make it? Like, what can we do to make it so that...
I mean, there's always Cummins swap it. That's what I know best, and that's what could make it a reliable, powerful, good drivetrain that would go on the free. You could drive it across the country if you wanted to.
Yeah, That'd be hot.
This one's in really good condition, but what I'd probably do, I've got a 2-wheel drive chassis and a 4-wheel drive first-gen chassis. So they're both 89s, which is not new, but it's newer than a 1968. So it is a huge upgrade as far as ride quality, the build quality, structural integrity, and their Cummins frames. So I could just drop one of my 12 valves right in there, and then we could move the cab over, make mounts for it, put the cab where we need it, put the front clip and the hood on, fit that on, make mounts how we need it, put the bed on. And I'm comfortable doing this because my buddy Cord has done it.
Okay.
My only request is that we leave it in automatic and use this dash shifter.
No, that is like, actually someone stopped by the other day and looked in the truck and they're like, oh, I like that shifter.
Yeah.
And Olive is very excited to be able to sit in the middle seat and not have anything
anything there. So we'll leave it in automatic, but we'll make it a good automatic. So that's like my favorite part.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It doesn't have AC. Probably want to add AC if we're going to do all that work.
Yeah, living in the devil's butthole, we probably need to.
Not
Sorry.
Quite. Here's the thing I want you to think about.
Oh yeah, you said
2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of torn because my first instinct is it has to be 4-wheel drive. Like, we live up the mountain, but I know depending on how it's configured, like 2-wheel drive can do okay. And also, like, it's not like we have a ton of snow days, like bad road days anyways, because...
And it's not like we don't have a ton of 4-wheel drive vehicles.
True. I could drive something else if I really had to.
So you can think about it, but my bias is I've yet to own a 2-wheel drive truck. I think that'd be cool, but I'm open to suggestions. I do have a 4-wheel drive chassis as well.
Okay. And it fits on either of them?
It's the same thing on either of them. It would change what transmissions I have available, but it's not like I can't find stuff.
True.
Things to think about, but I think we've come to the determination that we should swap it, no matter what.
Yeah, because, I mean, I want to be able to drive it. I want it to be like, I can take it wherever.
Go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that I can take it, as far as I want and take whatever route I want to take, so...
Okay. All right, that was a ton of work, but this project is going to be cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think?
I think I don't know what we're gonna do next. What's the next step?
Right. The next step, I think we need to prep our other frame, which means we got to get some of the rust off of it, paint it, get it ready to swap this body over onto the frame. Look forward to that video. I've been doing a ton of work on other trucks, been working outside on the lean-to on the side of the garage. Lots of stuff going on around here. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.